we go. What's happening, YouTube? Two of your favorite African Americans in all the planet Earth back for the Friday show. It's the originals. It's me, Living Legend Larry, and Living Legend has some wonderful news that some of you guys have helped them do. Living Legend, tell us what has happened to you, my brother.
Yeah, man, I hit 50,000 today. You know,
Yay!
I'm happy, man.
There it is, y'all. There it is. The man hit 50,000 people today, and he did that in only 1,100 videos. So, Big Larry, just talk about the struggle. I was here when they took your channel. You was here when they raked me over the coals. We supported each other. How does it feel to finally see yourself kind of, getting back into the upper echelon of subscriberships?
Yeah, man, it feels good. It takes, it's been some work because, like you said, man, even before all that happened to both of us, we used to be on the phone talking about different stuff with YouTube. We used to get frustrated because, we'd see some folks that were we would do content, and then the other folks would do this. They'd copy our stuff, and then YouTube would promote them, and they would get going. And then when they shadow banned you, and then the other people that are doing the exact same content, they left them alone. Old channel I was on, they snatched that channel just straight up off. And I mean, it seems like the struggle has been so much more for us on this thing.
It has.
And
it definitely has.
And so it feels good. It feels good to be back up in there. And next stop 100K.
I'm happy for you, man, because I mean that struggle was real. I just know it was real because it seems like we both have, gotten our channels kind of moving. There's still other content that I'm going to do that's not on this channel, but it's just good to see that you hung in there. And it didn't take you. Did it take you as long to get back to 50,000 this time as it did your original channel?
That's a good question. It's probably it's probably been a little bit shorter of a time. Yeah, it's probably been a little bit shorter of a time. It's been this experience has been very different because I have much more experience and knowledge about YouTube and making videos for YouTube and how to manage a channel a little bit. So it's been a little bit easier this time, even though it's been still a struggle. But at the same time, I don't make as much with affiliate earnings as I did with the previous channel because I don't do the same type of content. So I don't make all that stuff like before we were, I was doing Cody and IPTV and all that crap. Man. I don't do any of that stuff. And so, as you know, back in the day, people would hit you up and say, hey, can you do an IPTV video or something? And you would do something like that. And, maybe they would pay you up front, or you would get, you'd sign up for their affiliate program and you would bring in several $1,000s, a month from each one of those people. So we used to be able to make really good money really quick on that. Now I'm making more money on my YouTube channel than I was before. I'm probably making about twice as much, maybe not quite as much as twice, but just about twice as much or almost twice as much than I was making on average on my YouTube channel before. But I'm not making as much with the affiliate money. So it's still coming out about the same as I was before. So, but the thing is, right now, I'm making that with a third of what I had before in subscribership. So
that's great. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Happy for you. And all we can do is keep this ship rolling, man. The brother puts out great content on tech. Go check this brother out. One piece that happened to me this week, Larry. How about 50 Cent signal boosted one of my videos? That's 50 Cent right there. That's my video. That's my thumbnail.
I like it.
The more people talk about this thing, the more I'm starting to think that it was some drama going on this week where they're trying to say Stars leaked an episode for an hour of a show that came on, and then they pulled it down, and 50's acting like he was mad. The more I look into this, the more I'm thinking 50 Cent was probably complicit in this little leak. The more because you would not be signal boosting. You clearly see he's got the link to my channel and everything right down there. You wouldn't do that if you was really that mad. And we know 50 is the king, one of the kings of promotion. So 50 Cent, if you somewhere watching, I appreciate you signal boosting my channel. And now, Larry, man, we got to get into the depressing news, because when this country was grinded to a halt during Corona, and we seen all the issues going on with violence in our community, people came to us. And now, Larry, the people are back to us again. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to cover tonight Viola Davis playing Michelle Obama in a Showtime special. We're going to cover all the stuff going on from Disney Plus Day. We've got the Moonknight trailer, and we got She-Hulk trailer. But ladies and gentlemen, we also got some heavy stuff to cover, and it's going to be the first thing we cover. The trial of that damn punk-ass Kyle Rittenhouse, my people. Before I show you the clip, Larry, let me just say this. For years, minorities have said that Anglos have these dog whistles, and they would tell us we was crazy. It was just talk, right?
Right.
Clearly, Larry, this judge is not only dog whistling, he's sending the whole damn smoke signal with his behavior and trying to oversee this whole thing. I'm going to show you some clips of him, and I'm going to show you some clips of Kyle Rittenhouse up there fucking crying. That was fake as hell. Then me and Larry will break down white privilege one-on-one for you right here today. Here we go, Larry.
I was astonished when you began your examination by commenting on the defendant's post-arrest silence. That's basic law. It's been basic law in this country for 40 years, 50 years. I have no idea why you would do something like that. And it gives, well, I'll leave it at that. So I don't know what you're up to. I said you were over the line, close to or over the line on commenting on the defendant's pretrial silence, which is a well-known rule.
That's exactly right. So it's the jury who will decide whether Mr. Rittenhouse is a murderer based on the fact that he killed the first two victims in this case. This judge likes the limelight, and he's micromanaging this case. This is the same judge who did not allow the victims in this case to be described as victims, even though Mr. Rittenhouse killed two of them. And the witness who testified today had graphic testimony about how Mr. Rittenhouse blew the bicep off of this man's arm when he shot him.
Let's talk more about this, Judge, because I'm following loosely this trial, but everything I hear about this judge just sort of has planted the seed in my head that this trial is, sorry to use the word, rigged. That the instructions of the judge is making it pretty much impossible for the jury to actually consider all the facts and come up with a verdict where justice will be served. Or am I way out there in what I just said?
Not at all, Jonathan. I understand your concerns. Remember, this judge also ruled that the victims could be referred to as looters, arsonists, and rioters if there's evidence that is presented that they did those things. So far, no evidence at all. Mr. Grosskreutz was a trained EMT officer there to offer medical aid. Rittenhouse's first victim wasn't a protester. He was a man who just been released from a psychiatric hospital who seemed to be having a mental health crisis. And so when the judge allows these victims to be described as criminals, that certainly calls into question his judgment, if not his bias.
And there were
Bruh.
There were 3 people right there.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. What in the hell?
That's what I...
Oh my bruh.
That's what I run. We're gonna just take time for our break anyway. You can just relax for a minute, sir. We're going to take a break, about 10 minutes, and please don't talk about the case.
Man, come on.
Larry, like, I dare I say dog and pony show, dare I say white privilege on display. Everything African Americans have been saying for years, that we are in two different legal systems, is on display in this case. My God, how much clearer can you get that this judge is he's biased? You don't want the victims to be called victims because it hasn't been proven that they're victims. Larry, are they or are they not dead?
They are, and they should be able to be referred to as victims.
But you will allow them to be referred to as looters and rioters. Like, this is Fox News 101. And then little buddy in there crying, fake tears, and the judge decides to go to a fucking recess. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give the facts, and I'm gonna give it to Larry. Number one, the boy was not old enough to be carrying the weapon he carried. Not only did he carry it, but he carried it across state lines. So he should be in trouble in two places. That's number one. Number two, you went looking for trouble. And then when your ass got bailed out by the right wing folks, you had a shirt on that says F Law and Order, F what else did the shirt? It said F Law and Order and F being in jail. And now you're some right-wing hero, a pussy boy who carries a gun because you probably can't get your wee-wee sucked on, and it makes you feel good to go shoot these people. And now people are holding you up as some damn hero. And then you get put into a court that is favorable to your plight and the plight of the people of your mindset. This is ridiculous, Larry. I give the floor to you. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I'll tell you, the first thing that I thought of when I saw him up there with all that fake blubbering, I felt like I really thought of being younger and your parents saying, "Oh, you want to cry? Let me give you something to cry about." That's what I felt like. Somebody should have grabbed him and whooped his ass and said, "You want to cry? Let me give you something to cry about." You know? But the thing that that gets me is like you said, here's this guy, he crossed state lines with a gun. He went over there with the intentions of doing some illness, and he did it. And this is the thing that's terrible about this, and people should understand how terrible and insidious. I don't want to see that dude, man. I don't want to see him.
Okay, I'll pull him down. You want to see this dude?
Jeez.
No, we don't want to see neither one of them.
But here's the crazy thing, right? Is that people need to understand about how insidious all this white supremacy stuff is. That they will throw you under the bus for supporting us.
Yeah.
Because let's not forget, the people that he shot and killed are white.
Yep.
This is not a trial of a white dude who shot a couple of black dudes.
Nope.
This is a trial of a white dude who went out there looking for trouble because white people were out there supporting and demanding that their fellow citizens who happen to be black be given, due process and not executed in the streets. That's what they were doing. They weren't out there asking for something that they had no right to. They weren't out there saying, just like you often see white folks out there tipping over cars and burning stuff up because their college team won. They weren't out there doing that. They were out there saying, my fellow citizens who happen to be black deserve due process under the law. And because of that, this guy was out there with a gun looking to shoot and kill someone, and then he did it. And the judge is doing everything he possibly can to let this guy off. And I just want people to let that sink in, just to let you know how insidious it is. If you stand, even as a white person, if you stand against their white supremacist ideology, they will put you in the same boat that they put us, and they will kill you. And it's scary because there's a lot of white people out there that want to support, and they're scared because they know, they recognize, they sit down at dinner and at lunch and breakfast, and they live with these people. They know how violent and insidious their cousins and their uncles and their brothers and their fathers are. They know how violent they are. And so they're afraid to stand up and stand for what's right. And there are some brothers that are brave. There are some white brothers out there that are brave enough to go out there and put their lives on the line. And unfortunately, that night, 2 of them had to give their lives. And really the question I have to ask at the end of the day, if they let this guy off, is Kyle Rittenhouse, are the other white dudes, when you look at Ahmaud Arbery, his killers, are these people worth billions of dollars? Are they worth hundreds of millions of dollars and billions of dollars? Because that's what's going to happen when they let this guy off, and people go out into the streets in various cities around the country and they burn the shit to the ground. And they cause hundreds of millions and billions of dollars worth of damage in more riots across the country. Is that kid's life worth that much money?
This is what I fear, Larry. I fear that by letting him get off, they're sending a signal to the right wing. You can go out there and do exactly what he did, and we're going to protect you. That's what I feel like they're up to. Because you know good and damn well there's going to be blood in the street coming if this boy don't get a good sentencing. I'm not talking you get 5 years. I'm not talking you get 10. You shot 2 people, 3 people really, and you killed 2. Your ass need to be up the creek 50 years at the very least to give your ass something to cry about. This is pure injustice. I don't give a damn if you are a white supremacist. Well, you know what? I can't even consider them because they're completely biased. Anyone, let's just say you are a decent Republican. You're supposed to be about the rule of law. He did not act in the rule of law, and this court proceeding is not of that in the rule of law. And Larry spoke on Ahmaud Arbery. That's another shit show, my people. Another shit show. Out of all those 12 jurors, you only got 1 minority. I mean, God, you can't make this stuff. It is as if the dudes on trial are the damn rednecks that killed the black dude for nothing. And then you literally got him on trial with his peers, which is some other rednecks that hang from trees with their teeth, and 1 black dude who I fear they're going to try to intimidate him if he try to hold this thing up. So, ladies and gentlemen, the soul and the justice of America is on display. It's been on display for black people. We've been trying to tell y'all how it was like, but now these people are so brazen in displaying their behavior to the cameras that how can you continue to deny what we've been telling you for years unless you just want to deny it because it doesn't affect you yet? And that's simple as that, man. Simple as that. Damn. I'll let you guys know where it goes, but we'll move on to something that's still a little political, but a little different. Larry, Viola Davis is going to be playing Michelle Obama. And I want to know, how do you feel about the casting and everything? Let me play this clip for you real quick, then we'll dive into that.
First look images have offered a glimpse of the actress Viola Davis portraying former First Lady Michelle Obama. Davis will play the campaigner and wife of Barack Obama in a new series, The First Lady, which is being created by the U.S. television network Showtime. The series also stars Michelle Pfeiffer as Betty Ford and Gillian Anderson as Eleanor Roosevelt. The series will chart the lives of the 3 First Ladies. Showtime's new images show Davis in character as Michelle standing next to her husband. Writing on Twitter, she said, "It was terrifying but an incredible honor to portray this extraordinary woman. Can't wait to share at Showtime's #TheFirstLady." Showtime said in a statement, "In the East Wing of the White House, many of history's most impactful and world-changing decisions have been hidden from view, made by America's charismatic, complex, and dynamic First Ladies. This series will peel back the curtain on the personal and political lives of 3 unique, enigmatic women, tracing their journeys to Washington through interweaving storylines with an enlightening intimacy, with Season 1 focusing on Michelle Obama, Betty Ford, and Eleanor Roosevelt. The program will also star Aaron Eckhart as Gerald Ford. Jamie Lawson will portray the young Michelle Obama, and Christine Fawcett the young Betty Ford."
Ladies and gentlemen, in the building, the little homie, B. Avery, is in the building, fresh and so clean.
In the house.
How y'all doing?
What's going on, B?
Not much, man. Chilling. Glad I can get up in here.
Hey, man, we just kind of free balling, celebrating the big homie Larry done hit 50,000 subscribers. Man.
yeah, I know.
I'm so happy for him because when he got hit, man, it hurt me pretty bad too. And I was running around here trying to do everything I could to get this man back rolling, get his channel back up, to try to keep him inspired, try to keep him motivated. Yeah. So it almost feels like my brother's graduating college right now. I'm so happy for this dude, man. I'm literally happy for him because he invested in me, I invested in him, and he got the thing rolling. So I'm just happy to see this dude here, man, and celebrating these 50,000 subscribers, man.
It feels good.
Well, Larry, congratulations, my brother. I'm proud of you, man. I know it feels good, man. So
thank you.
You work hard, man. You work hard. So
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Did you see that? Did you see Bob Chapek gave me a retweet on my fit? No, I'm just messing with you.
Oh Lord, here he go, man. Look, here he go. But
it's a little inside joke. Me and B go at it online all day, every day about Disney.
Yeah, man. But hey, Disney's trying to. We about to get to Disney in a minute because they're trying to do some big things with that Disney Plus Day. They're offering a lot of stuff with that subscription, and
I think that's a little. I think they're trying to pull a jammy on people. I'll tell you why in a minute.
Yeah, some of what they're doing, B. Avery, I just got to tell you, is inspired by Chapek himself. But we'll get there in a minute. We'll get there in a minute. So Viola Davis is getting ready to play Michelle Obama, and then they're going to have some of the other first ladies as well. B. Avery, you just walking through the door. How do you feel about Viola Davis being the first lady?
100% perfect casting, best decision in casting ever. Man, there's nothing. It doesn't get any better than this. I mean, it speaks for itself. I don't even have to say anything. And look, I was just about to say, if you look at the pictures, I mean, that's just perfect. I mean, like she has it down. Like, I don't even think she tried or practiced. I think it was just like natural. Like, oh, you want me to play Michelle Obama? Bam, she got it right then and there. So. I think this is wonderful, and I'm in 100% support of it.
She sure enough got the eyebrows down, Pat. I tell you that, boy. She put them things up there right. Big Larry, how you feel about Viola Davis and reprising the role of the first African-American first lady?
I don't know, man. I think maybe they should have cast someone like Michael Michelle or maybe Zazie Beetz or something like that.
What the hell? Zazie Beetz? What the man?
You lying.
Man, come on, man. Larry just want to cause trouble. He knows Zazie Beetz is in trouble for that Stagecoach Mary anyway. So now he want to come up here. He want to try to clown folks. See, come on, man. Golly.
I don't know, man. We're like in a post-racial society. Maybe they should have cast maybe it should have been Aquafina or maybe we should have went with Nicole Kidman could have played her. I think the casting was inspired. I'll say that. It seems like when you look at her and you see and Viola Davis's talents, it seems so obvious, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe it wasn't inspired. It was just basically like people said, "Who should play her?" Viola Davis, of course, and everybody in the room was like, "Yeah, yeah." They were just no one could come up with an argument not to, so that's what it was.
And the first lady actually had some say in this too, Larry. First lady.
Wait, is it their production company that's doing this?
Let me double check on that, but I know it's got to be because she had a lot of sway in who was going to play her in this role, right? And so it might be their production company, but I'm not going to 100% say that. I got to check on that though. Right, but I know when it came down to the last 4 people, and all these people were inspired by Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama handpicked the 4 finalists. She specifically said, Viola Davis, you got this role. And they're pretty good friends at this point, too.
Right.
So can you imagine? That's got to be amazing.
That's gotta be very cool to have your friend pick you to play you. Mm-hmm. But it's funny. I'm looking at this and I can very much see Viola Davis as her, but the guy that was playing Obama, I'm not sure about him. I'm not too sure about him.
Yeah, I'm not sure about him either.
There was a bunch of better looking Obama lookalikes than this dude.
100%.
100.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the dude hand they shake is supposed to be Chef Rush. I don't know if y'all seen Chef Rush, but Chef Rush is swole. The chef that was there cooking for them and cooking for Trump, he's all steroided out. His arms is the size of my whole body with muscle. So I'm wondering, who is this dude? Is this supposed to be Chef Rush? I don't know. But
he looks old, like he might be like Representative Clyburn or something.
Okay. But yeah. I guess at the end of the day, we can't get too hung up on the Obama part, because they said this thing is all about Michelle. And we know Viola Davis is going to nail this thing. She's going to nail it. So we all in agreement. Let us know what you guys think. Are you going to watch?
I can't believe Zazie Beetz turned it down.
She didn't get off it. By the way, Larry,
alone.
This is for you, Larry. Moochella done came through with the super chat, $9.99.
Oh, look at that. Thank you, Moochie.
And we had another one from the big homie Will Lawrence, who always come through, sticks with us on them stocks. I appreciate both of you guys and what you're doing, helping out the channel.
I miss hanging out with Mooch.
We're gonna bring her back up here at some point in time. I do the shows with them Monday and Tuesday, and I'm kind of keeping this one open for me and you to do our reviews. Certain shows that we do that's different from them. So, but every now and then we'll bring her up here every now and then to just kind of be a part of the thing, to break up the monotony and sandwich her in the middle so we can pick on her. Because the people seem like they like her too much. They try to kick me to the curb.
I might be back for the I'm not gonna watch all the Powers, but I might be back for the one with Tariq, because I like the Tariq one. Out of all of them, that's the one I like, with the whole academic setting. Plus, I get down with Professor Megram so I can see how much trouble she gets in.
I'm done. I'm done with her. I'm officially calling her lock and key. I'm through with Professor Megram. I'm done. No more of that. I done told my wife, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I'm done with her.
I'm gonna still give her a chance.
No,
you still gonna give her a chance?
Nope.
I'm just gonna talk about her.
That's what I'm gonna do too. That's what I'm gonna do too. I'm through with her. She ruined me, man. She ruined me.
But maybe she's gonna settle down with the young Bill Bellamy, and she's gonna settle down and be with him.
Well, that's my problem with her. I'm done with her. I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm done with her. Moving right along to Disney Plus Day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about this. So Disney Plus Day is going on today. Disney also announced a slew of trailers and productions they're going to be doing on Disney Plus, from Agatha the Harkness to She-Hulk to Moonknight and a whole lot of others. But one thing that they're also going to be doing with the Disney Plus subscription, you can get it now for $2 cheaper than what you would normally get it for a month. And also with that subscription, here's some things JPEG has introduced. If you have the Disney Plus subscription, you can get into the theme park an hour earlier than everybody else. If you have the Disney Plus subscription, you can take pictures. You get priority pictures with all the people you want to take pictures of that are in the theme parks, from Marvel to Minnie, Mickey, Disney, the whole crew. And you're also going to get a discount on IMAX viewing of anything produced by Disney and Disney's other properties that include Marvel, if you have Disney Plus. All this was inspired by Chapek himself. Before we get into the trailers, I'll go to you first, Larry. I'll go to you first, Larry, because I know what you're thinking. So take it away, Big Larry. What do you think about what Chapek is trying to do?
You get that? I'm about to say, like the dude from Snowfall. You need to get that hate out your heart.
Get that hate out your heart.
Get that hate out your heart.
I'm gonna wait my turn. Go ahead, sir. I'm gonna wait.
So here's the thing. I think this whole thing with them trying to get, they're saying that you can get Disney Plus for $1.99 for a month, and then it goes up to the regular $7.99 a month. I think this is a little whammy they're trying to get on people, because typically during Black Friday and Cyber Monday, these companies have really great deals where, like, right now, I think the normal price for Disney Plus Hulu and ESPN is normally like what, like $15, $13, $15.99, $13.99. When they have those, usually with Black Friday specials, they'll have deals where you can get it for the whole year for like $8.99 or something like that, $9.99 for the whole year. But you can only do that generally if you're a new subscriber. So what they're doing is if they hook you in with $1.99 for this month, and then later on in the month when you try and go and subscribe to get this great Black Friday deal, they're gonna say, sorry, you don't qualify because you already have a subscription. So I'm not sure if it's a great, I mean, it's $1.99 for the month is a good deal, but I'm not sure it's as good considering that it might lock you out of a better deal in the long term. So, but if you have another email and another credit card, it shouldn't be a problem anyway. So because I unsubscribed to what, I'm about to resubscribe, get my $1.99 for the month. And if they come up with a great Black Friday or Cyber Monday deal, I'm just going to go and subscribe with a different email address. So okay, we'll see.
All right. B. Avery, what do you think about all the good things coming out of Disney Plus Day 2021? And we're going to have to hook up and go down there one of these years. I mean, for real.
Just to push back against Larry just a little bit first. I don't
get that hate out your heart.
No, I don't think that they would do that. I think that this is the Disney Plus. I mean, the Disney Plus. I think this is the part of the Black Friday deal. Because it's going to last all month and carry over into the next month. So, I mean, I don't. Could they do that? Maybe. I just don't see them having like a big Disney Plus day for $1.99, and then like a week and a half, 2 weeks later, hey, here's another deal. And you can't get the new deal because you got that one. That would be like, to me, I don't know. That would be like bad PR. Like, why are you pulling the rug from under us? But that's just me. Now
they did it last year though.
With Disney Plus?
Last year they did the whole Black Friday Cyber Monday deal where you can get ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus for, I think it was $9.99 a month for all three of them. But you had to be a new subscriber. And so for people who had their subscriptions, the people who were clever just went and just signed up with a different email address, and then they canceled their old one.
No,
also, and Hulu did Hulu because if you didn't want the whole package, you just wanted Hulu. Hulu was only $1.99 a month. So, but you had to pay for it up front. So instead of paying, whatever, I think Hulu's $5-6 a month or something like that, $7 a month. Instead of that, you just pay $24 for the whole year.
No, I don't see them. No, I can see them doing that. That's not. I'm talking about having two different deals launched like in just a few weeks difference. That's what I'm saying. I do remember that. Well, no, because I got my stuff 2 years ago when it first came out. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that they didn't have that deal last year. Or are you saying that they had two different deals come out within weeks of themselves last year? That's what I'm saying. I don't see them doing that. Like, here's one deal, and then 2 weeks later, here's another deal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I don't remember last year if they had like a Disney Plus day or something, but I do remember they had the Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals that were like $9.99. And so I fully expect this year they're going to do the same thing. And so I think one of the things is maybe they want to lock people in on this one thing. So they say you get the $1.99 for this month, but then when it goes next month or later on in the month, where you can end up saving more money over the course of a year, you find yourself locked out. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be in their best interest, I think, because I think it would be in their best interest to get as many people in and locked in. But people want to get people locked in at the highest price point that they can. So.
And about the deal itself, of course, we talked about the $1.99 thing for a month, and then they're going back to $7.99. And I like that. I think that's a great idea. I did not know about the you get a discount or you get in early. You say you get in early with the theme park. You get to take pictures, and you also get a discount on IMAX stuff.
Right.
That's cool. I didn't know about it, but I mean, why not? That's smart to me. That seems like a good move. I don't like Bob Chapek now, but this idea is it's a good idea. It can't hurt, you know. I mean, hey, if you have a subscription, you get in an hour early. You get to you get to feel VIP. You get to get in early. You get to take pictures. Everybody wants to take pictures when they're on vacation at Disney World. I mean, duh. You know, you want memories. So I mean, I'll go ahead and give Bob Chapek a little star. You know, good decision there. I'm feeling that. I can't complain. I'm not gonna hate on him as far as that's concerned. I don't the IMAX part. Yeah, okay, yeah, it makes sense. So yeah, cool, good job, Bob Chapek. I give you that.
That hurts you. That hurts you to say it, didn't it?
Oh my Lord,
that hurts to say
it,
man. He did good. I'll admit it. He did good.
I think that what's going on, not to divert us from Disney Plus Day, but do you guys remember MoviePass?
Yeah.
I know you got to remember it, like, because you had it, right?
I did, man. I wore my MoviePass out, boy. They're about to tell me I couldn't even use mine anymore.
And B.A., I know you remember it because one video you did, I heard you talking about it before I knew you. Well, they went bankrupt. Guess what? They're coming back.
Oh, are they really?
Yep. They're coming back with a new business model. You know, they trailblaze kind of this hybrid thing that I was hoping that Netflix is getting ready to start trying to do, where they're going to have movie theater movies and you're going to have your streaming and you're going to be able to still get all that within the wheelhouse of one fee. So I think Chapek is seeing this stuff coming, and this IMAX theater only discount is probably just a teaser to maybe eventually, you know, maybe upping the charge a little bit on your Disney Plus and allowing you to see maybe 1 or 2 movies a month or something in any theater, not just IMAX, because MoviePass is talking some craziness. And I'm hoping that they get it right this time, but we'll see. But anyway.
I mean, they changed the way that movie theaters had to deal with moviegoers in a lot of ways, because when they, you know, like some of these programs still exist, like the whole AMC A-List Plus or whatever that is, that didn't exist before MoviePass. The idea that you can pay $20 a month and you can see 3 movies a week, that's 12 movies a month if you want to for $20. That didn't exist before MoviePass. And Regal has the same deal, and I think it's Cinemark has something similar.
Yep.
So
I think everybody's
I'm glad
something
MoviePass is coming back. I like disruptors like that.
Did they say who the people are coming back? Like, is it the original creators, the black
it's the
people?
The original guy done got all the stuff back.
I'm gonna get like 10 different subscriptions because I want them to win, the black people. Because it was black, right? I think.
No, the main guy was white.
You sure?
Yeah, the main guy was white, or at least the guy that I saw in the article today.
Oh, okay. Well,
I still think
while we look at these trailers, I'll pull it up though. I'll pull it up so that when we're done looking at the trailer, I can give you guys the most accurate glimpse of it. But they're trying to make a comeback.
Right. So I still think that that Disney is going to have to start. I think they're going to have to go and try and do this whole day and date thing again. I know they were doing it for a quick minute during the pandemic with Cruella and Jungle Cruise and Black Widow. I think they're going to go back to that, because when you look at when they were operating in that framework for that period of time, their new subscriber numbers were going through the roof, and people were excited. Wall Street was excited. Their stock price was high. And then they moved away from that and they went back to the theater only model. The numbers have not been that great. I know B saying that the numbers have been they've had the best opening since the pandemic with this movie or that movie, but we're talking about pandemic numbers and not just numbers. Like, the numbers have not been that great. And I have to wonder if when Chapek is looking at that, I wonder if he's looking at that saying, maybe these properties are more valuable bringing in new Disney Plus subscribers than they are in the theater getting a couple of dollars that we have to share with the movie theaters. Maybe it's more valuable. Maybe the properties are more valuable to us as a Disney Plus property. And so I think I would not be at all surprised to see more day and date stuff, especially with some of these especially with the big blockbusters coming up. I would fully expect that coming in 2022, we're going to see more day and date movies come out from Disney.
Okay.
I feel like you're trolling me, man.
I'm not. I'm telling you for real, man. This is what I believe.
I was about to partially agree with him. And so the last part, I was going to say, look, the day and date model can work for smaller budgeted films, but the larger budgeted films, that is a suicide. That's just you're going to get subscribers in the short run, maybe, but lose money in the long run, because you cannot do that with a $200 million plus film. That's just you just can't do that. And that model was not an original plan. That was a adjustment because of the pandemic. Mulan and
let's throw Mulan out, because Mulan was never promoted. Mulan was first of all a bad movie, and it was never promoted.
You used it in your example. So it
was just one of those ones that they released. That was the first one, but okay, you look at Black Widow, Jungle Cruise, Cruella, they all did good.
Mulan, no, I was gonna say all of those movies were reported as losses because they didn't release the numbers. Black Widow was the first property where they released the numbers because they was proud of it. But if you follow the reporting from like the trades, like Deadline, Variety, etc., there was Mulan and the Dalmatian movie and Jungle Cruise, not so much, but all those were a disaster. And you also have to remember about piracy. Like nobody's going to either go to the theater or subscribe when you can easily get a pirated copy the day it's released. And so all that money is going down the drain. It's like, even Dune, like all these huge budgeted movies are being ruined because of piracy. And so if I don't, that alone right there is just like, okay, people are going to pirate this. It's not a good idea to do day and date because nobody's going to go to the theater or subscribe because they can just pirate it.
I think that I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I feel like that they can pirate it anyways. I mean, I didn't go to the theaters to go watch the Eternals. I wasn't going to a theaters.
You're right. Sure. Sure.
I mean, piracy is always going to be there. It is not ever not going to be there. And I think the thing is that if you offer people a legitimate means of watching something, there will be people that take advantage and just say, okay, well, I'm gonna watch it once. I'm gonna pay for it, and then I'm gonna let 1,000 people get it, or other people will just be like, okay, now I have a good clean copy. I'll just go bootleg it. But there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say, for like people like me, they're going to say, oh, $29, I can watch Shang-Chi the day it comes out. Cool, I'm paying it. Done. There'll be a lot of people like that.
There's a fraction of people like that. If you do day and date, you hurt your subscription and theatrical numbers. If you wait 3 months or 75 days like they did with Shang-Chi, you're only hurting your subscription growth. You're not hurting your theater growth because that was the only option 2.5 months ago when it was released in theaters. So yeah, I mean, you can still pirate it if you want to, if you wait, but you're still going to grow more the other way. But
see, I think that when you start talking about growth numbers, streaming versus theater growth, I think that the streaming numbers are better for the company and they're better for the stock price because that is the future. That is the direction things are going. I don't think the theater numbers are as valuable to the company as they were in the past. And right now, I still don't think that I don't think that the theater numbers are going to be anywhere near where they were in the past, because I think you have a lot of people, not just in this country, but across the globe, where people have simply decided, I'm not going back into crowded, closed rooms for anything, whether it be a concert or whether it be a movie or a play or anything else. And so what happens is you just start losing people. And once people have their habits set, they're formed. People are like, I don't even go to the movies. Okay, it's going to be out in 90 days. I'll wait till I get till 90 days and I'll watch it later or I'll bootleg it. But what happens is they just don't go to the theater at all.
That's true for typical regular theaters that the theatrical numbers are not important to the studio as much anymore. I'll agree with you there, but not for Disney. The reason why is because Disney is the only house or company that when they put a film in theaters, it can make like 4, 5, 6 times the budget. Nobody else can do that. So they're still going to be making more money that way because it's just so popular. Every other studio, no, because just like you said, for everything you just said. And also, when we was talking about this yesterday, they give you the reason to stay subscribed even after this $199 goes back up because to that price, because this month you get it for $199 and you get Jungle Cruise and Shang-Chi released. In December, you get the Book of Boba Fett. In January, you get Miss Marvel. In February, you're probably going to get Eternals released on Disney Plus. And then in March, I forgot the other name of the. So like for the next 4 or 5 months, you have a new property that's coming out, and 1 or 2 of them are going to be like 6 episodes. So you get it, you get it each week. So I think this whole Disney Plus $199 thing is brilliant. So
I mean, they need to do that because, to be honest with you, the way they've been for the last several months, there's been no reason for people who are not just big Disney fans or have kids that just want to put something on repeat to stay and pay their subscription. Because, I mean, once what was it? Once Falcon and Winter Soldier went off, I mean,
Loki. Once
Loki
Loki
was before Falcon, wasn't it?
No, Loki was after.
Okay, so after Loki went off, then mean, there hasn't been anything new on there for like the last couple months.
What If was good. That was definitely
What If was good, but I can tell you right now, I wouldn't have stayed. I mean, I had Disney Plus when What If was out, so I was able to watch it, but I wouldn't have stayed for What If. I wouldn't have stayed for it. I would have been like, I'll catch it later. I'll catch it some other time. But now they have a deal. The $199 thing is great. Honestly, I personally think that'll lower the price from $7.99 down to like $4.99. I think because when you look at some of the other places, when you look at some of the other streaming services like Apple TV Plus or Paramount Plus, some of those other things, they don't have as deep of a catalog, and so they're not charging people as much money. And I feel the same way about Disney. Disney doesn't have as deep of a catalog. Like Netflix can charge people. Like I used to pay $18 a month for the four screen UHD Netflix thing. I actually just got a discount with it because T-Mobile told me I can get it through them for free. But but I was paying like $18 a month because Netflix has a deep catalog. Every week, basically, they're coming out with new original movies. And you can put out high $200 million budget movies if you do it well and you do it right. Netflix has been putting out high budget movies. I don't know if they're $200 million, but they're putting out movies that have high budgets. They have the top stars. They're great movies with great directors, and they still make money even though they're going straight to streaming.
They're like $9 billion in debt.
God, but if you're talking about $9 billion in debt versus real debt versus like a book's debt, it's serious. When you look at
can you just scoff at a debt that large?
Yeah, you can, because I mean, if you look at the way companies do their books, they can say that they're $9 billion in debt, but at the same time, they're turning a profit and paying shareholders dividends.
I said B with a billion, not an M. A B.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, if I said million, I meant billion. Okay. My point is that you can have on your book say, okay, we have $9 billion in debt, but at the same time, they can come over here and say that they're turning a profit.
And remember, Larry, you can't really compare Netflix and Disney because Netflix doesn't own more than half of their stuff. They still pay like licensing deals for a lot. Disney owns all their stuff.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't compare them. They're still both streaming services that people have to pay for. And when people look at their dollar amount to say,
I'm not talking about for profitability's sake, because it would be more easier for Disney to turn a profit if they own everything, opposed to having licensing deals that they have to pay to other companies. That's what I mean. Now, you are right as far as the catalog is concerned. Netflix catalog is way deeper than Netflix, whether they own it or not. But I don't know why Disney hasn't released like their Hotstar part yet with all the Fox stuff, because that's still a thing. And you also have to remember Disney stuff is short right now because they're not completely global yet. They're still struggling to get opened up in a bunch of foreign countries, because you have some people like, hey, we get the movies, but we're not able to. Some people in the world still cannot watch some of the Marvel Disney Plus shows. Because I watched John Campia and people are writing in about that. Like, man, we want to bootleg it. We want to pay for it, but they haven't offered it in our country yet. So that's also part of why the subscriptions may not be where I still think they're doing well, but where Wall Street says that they should be. So,
don't worry. I'm telling everybody right now that the stock was down this week. And this was an opportunity for you to buy it. That stock, Disney, when all the cylinders are clicking, you guys still got to remember their number one profit center, more than 50%, is the theme parks.
Right.
And when they really get all these properties and the strength, when they get everything clicking, I'm telling y'all right here, right now, y'all gonna say I'm crazy. Their stock value will surpass Netflix in the next 5 years. Tell me, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
But
if Chapek don't mess it up.
No, if these dummies that
ain't get that hate out your heart.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna move on. But let me show y'all this real quick, because you was right, B. Avery, and somebody in the comments was right too. So the guy that owned, he was black, is this dude right here. Stacy Spikes. So yeah, he bought it back.
All right.
I definitely will be supporting it then. Like, off the rip.
Well, you know, when he first came out, MoviePass was like $50 a month, and a lot of people were like, "That's crazy expensive." But if you're a movie fan and you go to the movies like once or twice a week, it more than pays for itself, especially when you're able to go see IMAX movies. Like, I used mine because I was able to go see IMAX movies with mine. So I only really had to go to the movies and go, like once a month to make it pay for itself. And then they stopped allowing you to see IMAX with the, unless you paid a premium or something. But at $50 a month, I think it's too expensive to go mainstream. And then when they had some venture funding come in, and that's when it dropped down to like $10 a month. And I think if they can get it somewhere at a healthy medium, maybe like $22.
It's not going to work. I mean, I don't know. That's another video for another day. They need to get me in that room to help him out a little bit, because bruh, there is a sweet spot for what he's trying to do, but it's not lower. Like Larry, it can't be $30, but it definitely is not going to be lower than $20. So there's somewhere in between that range. But we're going to take you guys to 2 trailers I was excited for that came out today. And B. Avery, I'll let you pick which one we do first. You want to do She-Hulk or do you want to do Moonknight?
Let's do Moonknight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we'll talk about his background and, how the MCU is going to portray him after you guys see the trailer. Here we go.
I was the best at what I did. I got in, got out. No one got hurt. Until I discovered something I was never meant to see. That's when they came for me. And now, I'm coming for them.
There is more to the moon than childish stories.
Still trying to figure out if you're supposed to kill me or give me a pep talk.
I, the moon's knight of vengeance, must carry out your luminous will. I got it. And now, foul demon, face the vengeance of the Moon Knight.
Was that a real trailer?
That's why I DM Lamont.
Did it? It sounded like a fan fiction trailer.
You messing with us, bro? Okay, this guy over here messing with us. You know what? And that's why I was late too, because I was like, damn, I need to react to the trailers myself before I jump on Lamont. Right? And I was watching it. I was like, wait a minute, this ain't no real trailer. So I had to find the real one. I had to find the real
messing with us. Lamont's cutting his own trailers.
You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute. Lamont tripping.
You did a nice job cutting it though.
Yeah. I'm over here DMing him in the middle of the trailer. Hey man, I don't think that's it. He over there laughing, probably ha 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 ha. Look at one take, talking about I'm looking like what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I just want to give y'all. I wanted to give y'all an extended cut. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Basically, my people, this character is kind of their version of Batman. He's gonna be the MCU's version of Batman. He's not gonna sound cheesy like that. He's oh my goodness. But anyway, B. Avery, the reason why I used that is because I didn't want to get a strike. So that's why I chopped it up and relayed it like that. But then if you guys want to see the real trailer, it is on YouTube. But B. Avery, what do you think about this show? Are you excited for it? Because from what I'm understanding, MCU is going to keep him true and not do too much with his power. They're not going to do a whole lot of power shifting. And I also heard that there is a taste for them to really go after DC's Batman and let this guy really make that kind of move. So, B. Avery, what do you think about this?
I mean, I'm cool with it. It's different and it's new. So that's, I'm down with that. I've always said when Marvel keeps coming out with these properties, continue to give us what we already know, more and more sequels to the characters we already know, plus more. And so don't replace characters, just give us more. And so I feel that's what they're doing. And I don't know nothing about Moonknight, so I don't really have any expectations other than what you said. Excuse me. Is that I keep hearing people say, yeah, it's Marvel's version of Batman, just with a white suit daytime. So I'm like, hey, cool, I love Batman. So hey, let's do it. So
and they're saying that they're gonna let this character be dark. Like, I mean, literally, I don't know if there's beef between the creators of Moonknight and DC, but they are giving these guys a lot of control to let this character be dark. And I think it's because at some point in time, we are going to get the Midnight Suns, and he's a member. He's going to be a member of that team. So I'm here for it, Larry. What you think?
Yeah, it seems cool, man. It seems like it should be pretty good. I'll be honest with you. What I want to see Marvel do is I want to see them come out with a joint similar to what DC did with the Suicide Squad. I want to see them come out with a movie about villains and let us get to know the villains. Because I feel like with the exception of like Thanos and probably with the exception of like Thanos and maybe Winter Soldier, all their villains were terrible, and Black Panther didn't even have a villain. They just had two good guys. And so
man, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was one of the better villains in the whole series. Antagonist. How about that? You don't want to call him a villain, call him an antagonist. Is that better?
All right, we can call Black Panther the antagonist. That's cool.
Golly.
But I mean, I would like to see some of the villains and let us get to know them a little bit because it's like oftentimes I feel like with these movies, we don't really get a feel for like their motivations about anything. I feel like we got that a bit with Thanos, and so I feel like we were more invested into the story because we got to see it and understand it. And the same with I feel like it was the same way with Winter Soldier. We got to see Bucky right from Jump Street when they were cool, right from from the first Captain America movie. And so we were right in there and we got to feel something for them. And I feel like these other villains are just sort of like window dressing in a lot of ways. And I would love to really see like a good villain movie to get us in there, so that when we see these new characters, these new heroes, we understand why they're fighting the dudes that they're fighting and actually care about them fighting them.
I got one more thing to say about Moonknight. Now, Moonknight, B. Avery has teamed up with a lot of the cats in New York. He's teamed up with Daredevil. He's teamed up with Luke Cage. Like I said, he's going to probably be a part of the Midnight Suns. But here's another one you might like to see him team up with. Now, when these two got together, man, it was hell. He teamed up with Spider-Man.
Nice.
Quite a few times. And
what about the Punisher?
I don't recall. I recall him fighting the Punisher. And when I tell you that was an epic, I ain't going to tell you who won. We'll just say it was almost a tie, but Moonknight handled that ass. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
So I'm just let y'all know Moonknight ain't no joke now. Moonknight ain't no joke.
I see you in the house, Miss K.
Hey, Miss K.
Good.
Now, last but not least, are y'all going to be able to tell, is this the real She-Hulk?
Yes, I will be able to tell.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
B, how is B dropping trailers in the middle of doing a live stream?
Right. We're here doing a live stream. He out here working.
He's on trailer reaction, dropping in the middle of the live. See, he's up there doing just multitasking.
No, I had that. To be honest, I had that scheduled for tomorrow morning, but I was gonna drop my Marvel trailers tonight, but I'm underwhelmed by them, and so I was like,
me too.
So I was like,
too.
Yeah, I don't feel like editing them now and uploading them tonight. I said I'll just do them tomorrow. And I said, I still need something to upload tonight. So I just kind of changed the time real quick. That's all I did. So
B.A. refilling me. So one of the reasons why I did my own is for, number one, the copyright thing. But number two, I didn't get blown away by the teasers. Like I'm interested in the characters anyway. Right. So, I just wanted to talk about them, but I wasn't blown away by what I seen. So maybe I just told y'all, I just gave y'all a tip of what y'all about to see now. Here we go.
How are you feeling right now? What are you feeling? But it's really difficult to be around people.
Man, turn this off.
No, man, I want to see it.
I'm not gonna make y'all sit through 2 minutes of that.
I want to see it.
I will say this. The real She-Hulk trailer is actually pretty straight.
Yeah, that was okay because you get Banner in it. They had Banner in the real She-Hulk trailer, basically just talking to her about her power.
I don't want to see Howard the Duck's not in it.
No, I'm sorry, Lamont, if I ran on your parade, man. You can play it.
You figured it. I didn't know whether or not you was gonna show up. So I should have known if you when you popped in here, I was like, damn, the ruse is in. I was like, I ain't gonna be able to pull the wool over Larry's head. I was like, damn, the ruse is in.
Now can I wanna, if you don't mind, share my screen real quick. I wanna
yeah. Let me see what you got.
I got Disney Plus pulled up on was it IG?
Okay.
And all the stuff they released today, it was one that they didn't talk about, and that was Armor Wars. Because that was a Disney Plus show too.
Which one?
I mean, Armor Wars.
Armor Wars.
The one that Don Cheadle was supposed to do with War Machine. Because they did the Marvel Zombies, this we never heard of, Agatha's New, the Spider-Man animated show, which is going to be in the MCU, and Echo. I ain't never heard of Echo, but I'm just kind of curious that they didn't do Armor Wars, and so I don't.
I think you got a kaleidoscope going on.
Oh yeah. Oh, no worries. That's all. I just I was just kind of curious why they didn't bring it up, but I am excited for this new X-Men show.
Oh man, me too.
Picking back up from, and it's like continuing where they left off. So that's
dope. Now, Larry, they're going to be bringing
that's
back
an animated joint or a live action.
Animated, I think.
Animated.
Okay.
Yeah. And I like how they showed the clip. It's like 1997. They're going to just be picking right back. Man, do you know my childhood was my childhood because I found that show?
Bro.
And I kept trying to. Like when I saw Wolverine's outfit, yellow and black, I was like, "What the hell did this do? He got to do something crazy." So as a kid, they had me with him, and then I learned really he ain't all that to be in the grand scheme of the MCU. He's okay, but that cartoon had me hooked, man. That Phoenix Saga to this day still one of the top 5 cartoons you're gonna ever watch series in your life. That Phoenix Saga was amazing. So Avery, how do you feel? What are you feeling about She-Hulk?
I'm looking forward to it. It looks straight. I'm feeling She-Hulk, but at the same time, I'm just sad because I want Bruce to get the same amount of attention that She-Hulk is getting, like the on separate show or movie. And I know why it's a legal thing. But from
he's
they
still over there with Sony,
Universal, the distribution.
Universal.
Yeah, they like Marvel, Disney. They own the production side, but not the distribution side. So like if they like release it in theaters, like Universal gonna get a large cut.
Now they're supposed to be getting close to the end of that deal.
Hope so, man.
They keep saying they're getting close to, and when they do that, all the properties around Hulk that they have control of, you're going to get all that back. Yeah. So, because I've even heard them entertaining, it's a lot of buzz, behavior about World War Hulk. It's a lot of buzz about that. But go ahead, my brother.
Because right now the Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton that came out in 2008, that's not on Disney Plus right now.
Nope.
They don't. That's the only one they don't have on there.
I think you can actually watch that one free on YouTube.
Oh.
Well, one of those Hulk, I think one of those Hulks I think is free on one of those like one of the free streaming platforms.
But with this, I just want them to take their time, man. I don't want I want them to expand the whole world, but I just don't want them to go too far. Like I don't want to see no Red Hulk. I don't want to see Gray Hulk. Well, we already got I don't want to see Gray. Well, that's kind of, ain't Gray Hulk and Mr. Fix the same?
Kinda.
Yeah. I don't want to see the Agents of Smash, just chill out on all that, I want to see it eventually, but not right now. Just
we're going to see one or two of them Agents of Smash before they get transformed in her show.
Well, I mean,
I think we're going to get Rick. Rick for sure going to be in her show.
I want to see a young black dude be Hulk and have his name Clifford, and he runs around smashing cops.
Hey.
Oh man! Wow.
You gotta say evil cops. Just evil cops.
Yeah, you have to say evil cops. Yeah. Or you have to say white supremacist cops.
I thought it was implied.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
We don't want Lamont to get in trouble here.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, B. Avery, how you
just take it off. Let me not get him shadow banned again.
How you feel about this right here? They dropped this news too, B. Avery.
Well, I mean, I'm down. I like the new logo they gave us.
I like it.
What else did they say?
I like the flirking damage too.
I mean, but we knew this after Captain Marvel, basically. When he was on the sword ship, you remember that? Yeah. I mean, it was easy to figure this out because whenever sword is so paramount to the Secret Invasions and the Skrulls, everybody kind of knew that. I mean, I'm glad to see what it looks like, and I think that Samuel L. Jackson looks badass as Nick Fury like this, if he's going to be really getting rid of that patch. And I think this is just kind of him turning that corner and not wearing the patch for a little while as they're going to be getting more and more into the Secret Invasions. And remember, he got impersonated in that Secret Invasions too now. And that could be why the eye patch is off. I don't know, but I'm excited for, man. Next 10 years, man, you guys are gonna have so much content that it's gonna be easy to do this kind of content because there's gonna be show back to back to back. It's just getting it out there to people. And go ahead, Larry.
I was gonna say, one thing is, this dude has had access to all kinds of aliens and superheroes and everything else, and there's no technology they could fix his eye.
Good point.
Maybe he ain't want to fix it.
Maybe not. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I really, and I know I say this half jokingly, but I really want to see Howard the Duck, and I hope he comes in with She-Hulk. I'm hoping to see it. Howard the Duck is one of my favorite Marvel characters, and if people don't know, they're sleeping on him. If you haven't seen it, go watch the Howard the Duck movie.
You talking about that? You want people to go back and watch Howard the Duck from the 80s?
Yeah, man, that was a dope movie.
I heard that was rated like the worst of all time.
Nah.
As a kid, because I was a kid when it came out.
Get that hate out your heart.
I enjoyed the theme song, Howard the Duck, my favorite little hero duck. I enjoyed the song as a child. I mean, I can't think of a more cheesy song, Howard the Duck, my favorite little hero duck. And then they had this cheesy beat to go with it. It was catchy, B. Avery.
Did you see how cool they made that dude in What If? He came strolling through. Yo, let me get a drink right quick. You know, him and T'Challa pulled up to the bar.
Man, y'all, that's it for us, man. We done caused enough damage for one night. B. Avery, give the people what you're working on, and we'll get you out of here. And then Larry, I'll have you do the same when we out of here.
Yeah, man. Just more trailer reactions. I'm gonna release 4 tomorrow. It's gonna be Morbius. It's already uploaded. My Obi-Wan reaction, my Moonknight reaction, and my She-Hulk reaction. And then tomorrow I'm having my movie news roundup show, 6:30 p.m. CST. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the Disney Plus stuff, Black Panther 2, Henry Cavill being the
Captain Britain.
I got a whole slew of topics. I'm not gonna be able to cover it all. It's a ton of stuff.
This dude he's gonna be Captain Britain.
Well, he's just talking about it.
And The Witcher.
Yeah.
Now I love him as The Witcher. I think he portrays The Witcher way better than Superman, but that's just me.
So this trailer reactions, my movie news roundup show. I'm gonna also try to get you reviews for Red Notice, and I may do a review for the new Home Alone. And then also Sunday is going to be my Insecure videos. And then Monday I'm releasing my King Richard review. So got a lot of videos for y'all the next few days. And also, just real quick, I just want to say about the Disney Plus thing. What I'm happy about is they released 13 properties today, like announcements. And this is going to be released over 2022 and 2023, the next 2 years. That's 24 months. But each of these 13 properties are like 6 weeks long, like the episodes. So you're going to be getting like 6 properties a year, so like, a property every other month, but they're lasting 6 weeks. So you're pretty much going to have a new piece of content every month, for the next 2 years. Maybe, there was maybe like a week or 2 or 3 break here and there, but for the most part, it's spread out. So that's just like a good reason to stay subscribed. And like, this is just Marvel stuff. Like Marvel they're holding Disney Plus up, in my opinion, which shouldn't be the case. Then, Pixar need to come through, Star Wars and more, and like all these other original stuff. But I like where they're going. I just want to say that because I like where they're going, where I see they're going. It seems like
you like JPEG's direction. I get it.
No. I like what Bob Iger did. I like the plan he laid out before he left. That's what I'm liking. So I'm done.
Oh, Lord. This guy here, man. And ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Big Larry has crossed the goal line to 50,000. Please continue to support this brother as he's climbing right on back up that ladder. And Larry, what you got going on your channel?
Yeah, man. Still doing tech reviews. I have some stuff coming up. I still need to get my review out of this little camera here. This is a DJI Pocket 2. If I can get that in there, it's a little action camera. It's actually kind of cool. It's modular, so it comes apart. This is actually the camera. This is like an extra screen, and it's magnetic, so it's kind of a cool little thing there. I am gonna do a giveaway show. I haven't done a wine and winners in a long time, and I said that if I hit 50,000, I was gonna do a wine and winners. So I hit my 50,000, and so on Sunday, sometime on Sunday, I need to figure out exactly what time I'm gonna do it and put up the and get the video scheduled. But I'm gonna do a wine and winners giveaway show on Sunday. So I'll be out here giving away free stuff. So if you guys are around on Sunday and you want a chance to win some free stuff, come on through.
So, Moochie.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us. I will be back with the wife to review Hightown, and it looks like we've got two of the stars on the show that's going to come through and do the interview with me and the wife. We're excited about that at the end of the season. And we'll be back for the BMF review that we're going to do this week. You guys really seem to enjoy when I antagonize my wife on these reviews. That's all I got for you this weekend. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, come through, check out B. Avery tomorrow. I might slide in there for a little while when my daughter quits holding my hand. Till that next Sex is Hell video, I'll see you.
Peace.
Peace.